Stillness is so, so important because if you're not still, your body can't recover. And I think my incentive here is, how do I make stillness productive? Let's imagine that you're just super, super busy and your brain hasn't got time to do any filing. So it's a bit like doing your paperwork, but you don't actually bother to open the filing cabinet, old school, but you just when all the windows are open in your computer, everything's on your desktop, as mine normally is, nothing's been put away properly, so you can't find anything. Well, if you really want to be the best version of yourself, and you're perhaps, a high performer, you're ambitious, you've got, high goals for yourself, physically, mentally, or emotionally, career-wise or otherwise, just by being still, you're allowing your mind to do the mental filing it needs to do, to access intuition and move into wisdom and away from knowledge and information. And as we get older and we begin to realize there's very little more we can cram in, but what we can do is really access insight and wisdom, which is what gives us that edge. When we get there, Emily, and this is often what we call flow state, and if you research any of that moment, you're like, this is golden. You go out for a meditative walk or you sit and meditate over a problem, you're still, your brain makes all the connections, it does all the filing, and boom, there you go. You're a genius. But does that sound appealing?
Sounds, yeah, I think it's so important. Appealing might not be the right word. How does that actually practically look? What does stillness look like in a lifestyle?
Well, be still and know, I think, is the best thing to explain it. And when we're still, we're literally just being physically, mentally, and emotionally present. So we're stopping and pausing. And I ask people to start with 3 minutes. And it might just be 3 minutes of following the breath in, out, what's happening in your mind. Oh, it's gone for a walk. It's, doing the shopping. Bring it back in, clear it down, focus again. Can you really maintain focus for 3 minutes? I often give out 5-minute sand timers. Can you sit and watch that sand timer and know that you haven't actually been distracted by your thoughts once in 5 minutes? The answer, of course, is not. But just by being aware that you're bringing your mind back into focus is beginning that meditation and that stillness that we all desperately, desperately need. And we're so overstimulated, Emily. If you think about, when we were living in tribes and we're living in caves, we've got no electricity, there is no stimulation. We're sat around chatting, the sun goes down, we go to bed. I mean, you would never need to sleep now because you've got everything, there's so much going on and there's so much to do. And, we're just massively overwhelmed.